Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your host, your ghost host, West Troop, and I am here with another trending topics episode. And you might know by the shirt what exactly we're going to be talking about in this episode. How you doing? Because ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard a little bit, if you've been on the internet the past week, that a little teeny weeny ride might have opened over in Epcot that a lot of people have been waiting for a while, or been complaining about for a while, or going on tirades about. But you know, the Maelstrom, it's gone. We gotta give it up, people, because a new ride is here, ladies and gentlemen. And that ride is Frozen Ever After. So we're going to be talking about that and all the news that went down in the Disney park this week. But definitely we're going to kick it off with a little review of Frozen Ever After. Let's do this thing! Alright, so the adventure begins in the queue for Frozen Ever After, where we see some pictures of the characters such as Sven or Kristoff, posters on bulletin boards like the Beware of the Duke of Wesselton, I almost said Weaselton, I'm so used to it, a hung poster inviting guests to Elsa and Anna's Summer Snow Day celebration at the Ice Palace, which sets up the story of the ride. We enter Wandering Oaken's trading post in the queue, and there's like an animated type face of Wandering Oaken in the sauna, which of course you big summer blowout. And then of course you board the Viking boats for a tour of Arendelle, and you get into the Viking boats, which are the same as the Maelstrom, of course, and then you see some sort of frozen branches or icicles. It sort of looks like the trees from the movie. And then you venture into the first scene, and you see an animatronic Olaf singing, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And he talks to riders and follows the boat for a little bit as it passes by. Simply amazing. I'll talk a little bit about that later. On the left-hand side, the rock trolls are retelling the story of Anna and Elsa, and the kids are jealous that we, the guests, are going to visit the palace. And then after that scene, you go up the hill, where we see the ice castle in the distance, sort of like, just above what we're going under. And then we see projections of snowflakes on the wall and some other icy things, some very cool graphics, if you get me. You enter into the castle, and we hear the song For the First Time in Forever, where we see Olaf ice skating, and Anna and Kristoff are singing, and Sven has his tongue stuck to a pillar and is trying to get it off. I'm assuming he was for a snowflake. So very cool animatronics of those two. Then, of course, the door opens for the next scene as the boat goes through, and we see Elsa up on the balcony singing Let It Go and performing some ice magic on both of the walls. There's also the big chandelier made of ice, obviously not real ice, but that we see in that scene as well. Beautiful scene there. And then, much like the Maelstrom, the boats do go backwards down the hill after we get a good look at Elsa. And we see Elsa singing projections on the wall as you're going back. And you can also see her as, the actual animatronic as you're going back. And then when she says the line, "The cold never bothered me anyway," a blast of fog comes down from above, which I thought was a nice touch. The boats shift. This would be the part of the Maelstrom where the boats went backwards and you think you're going to fall out. That is no longer there. The part that you can see the waterfall from the outside, but the boat does shift as we see the Snow G's from the Frozen Fever short and the character Marshmallow, the giant snow dude. They are where that big trolls came out of the tree or whatever it was, where it turns your boat and then you go down the little hill, the little dip forward, which is fine. So then you go down the drop forward, and then you see fireworks going off in the replica of the city of Arendelle. Then doors open to see Olaf, Anna, and Elsa. And Anna and Elsa are in their Frozen Fever dresses this time, singing In Summer, obviously doing their summer celebration. And then you go to unload into the dock. You go out to back to civilization. So I must say, I really enjoyed this ride. I assumed I would. I can't wait to see this in person. I know it had 5-hour waits. It was crazy, but which, you know, I didn't expect any less than that for the first week. Really, some of the best animatronics I've ever seen, especially the Olaf in the first scene, where it just looks like he's right out of the movie. And it's like, oh my god, that animatronic is possessed. It's walking and talking just like it's real. Yeah, one of the most realistic animatronics I've ever seen. To follow the boat for so long, oh my god, my mouth just dropped when I saw the video of that, and I'm like, this ride is gonna kick the major beep. You know, it does use the same track as the Maelstrom, and you can, you know, beat for beat, you can say, this is what happened here, this is what happened here. Elsa is where the trolls were, you know, and then you would go backwards. You know, the marshmallow is where this character was from the Maelstrom. But you know what? I think it works just fine. It works perfectly fine. And I think I like the idea of this as a boat ride compared to, you know, just go in a little mine car, you know, or something. And when they did it somewhere else, if they had done it somewhere else, you know, just beautiful and stunning all together. You know, with the ice palace, the ice castle inside, when you see Elsa on the balcony, it's stunning. And the animatronic of Elsa looks really good too. A great job with all the animatronics. It's a great dark ride retelling, you know, in the vein of Snow White ride or Pinocchio or, you know, all the rides that retell the movie. And it sort of gives it a new twist. It's not exactly a 100% retelling. It's like, oh, well, we're going to do a little bit of that, but also there's a celebration to be had. So it's sort of a little bit of a new adventure too. I like the updated versions to the songs, you know, with Olaf singing about the snowman, and you know, the updated for the first time in forever thing. Yeah, and the girls singing In Summer with Olaf at the end, you know, that's fine. Let It Go, of course, is the same, and that's perfectly fine to leave that the same, because I won't want it messed with. Yeah, so I think if you are a Frozen fan, you're not sour because of the Maelstrom. You know, you don't just have a hatred for it because it took over one of your rides. At least give it a chance. You know, you gotta at least give it a chance. I think the Frozen fans will really love this. I love this ride. I think that, like I said, the animatronics, the atmosphere of it, it's all just gorgeous and great. Like I said, I can't wait to see this in person. So definitely, if I'm grading this ride, it would be an A+, I would say. Definitely really cool. Can't wait to see it in person. Walt Disney World has confirmed the following special entertainment for the upcoming July 4th holiday, which is this weekend. Magic Kingdom, you can find Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky that will be performed at 9 p.m. on both July 3rd and July 4th. And at Epcot, you can find Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, sponsored by Siemens, of course, with the July 4th finale that will be performed at 10 p.m. on July 4th. In addition, the Voices of Liberty will perform a July 4th concert at the American Gardens Theater at 12:30 p.m., obviously, 1:45 p.m., and 3 p.m., and in the American Adventure Pavilion at 4:15 and 5 p.m. So, I imagine the American Adventure would be probably a pretty hopping place on the 4th of July, for a good nap. The Spirit of America Fife and Drum Corps will also be returning to Epcot for special performances throughout the afternoon. And that's what you can find at Magic Kingdom and Epcot, because nothing special has been announced for either Disney's Animal Kingdom or Disney's Hollywood Studios. You're out of luck if you want to spend the 4th of July there. Now, that might be a good time to actually, if you're not interested in any of that stuff, it might be good to hit either one of those parks because it may not be as busy. But definitely check those out if you're looking to spend the 4th of July in the parks. Now to a very big topic that's being talked about on the news, the actual news. The hotel beach areas have reopened to guests after the resort-wide installation of fences and signs warning guests about local wildlife. There will be new restrictions on when guests can use the beaches, though. Operating hours will now be from sunrise to 1 hour before sunset, and beaches will now be fully staffed by cast members during the operation hours. I think that is all good stuff. When you reopen the beach, it's going to have to be a lot better than it was. Otherwise, you're going to see it all over the news. And, they're under a microscope right now, so they should probably do some stuff like that. For safety. That's basically all I'm going to say about it, because I'm sick of talking about it. So, onward. We're going to park hop to Disney's Animal Kingdom, where the dates of the recently confirmed refurbishment of Dinosaur at Disney's Animal Kingdom have been changed. Though the ride is still closing on July 25th for refurbishment, not for good, it is now scheduled to reopen on October 17th, more than 2 weeks after the original schedule reopening date. So if you're looking to go on Dinosaur and you have a vacation coming up, sad news, guys, from July 25th to October 17th, it will be closed for refurbishment. Disney has used bonus FastPass Plus reservations as an incentive bonus before, but this week the resort announced a new deal. Now we're going to park hop back to the Magic Kingdom. You guys are going to be tired of park hopping by the time I'm done with you. Guests who complete at least 3 of the 5 missions in the Pirates Adventure Treasures of the Seven Seas interactive game at Adventureland will get a bonus FastPass Plus reservation for use at any time during the same day at the Magic Kingdom. Missions typically take about 15 minutes each, so you could make out on the deal. Deal or no deal? I'm playing Harry Mandel, sorry. I've never played the Pirates game. I've never done the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. I'm just sort of there to do other stuff. I'm not really into the interactive games. I know some people like it. It's their thing. Not really my thing. But, if you get a bonus fast pass out of it, that might be good. But, if the line for a ride is really long, it might be worth it to take the 15 minutes and get a fast pass for a certain ride, although all the fast passes for the good rides are probably gone by the time you do that. And if Space Mountain maybe has a 50-minute wait, do the 15 minutes and then you get on the fast pass. But I don't know. I don't know if I would do it just for that. But it's up to you guys. So if you want to do it, and you can get an extra fast pass plus, giving you the option. Now we're going to park hop over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, where the theater in One Man's Dream at Disney's Hollywood Studios will host another movie preview very soon, as in like a special look at, not actually play the film. This time for the reimagined Pete's Dragon film. The latest preview will begin showing July 1st, and the movie opens on August 12th. I don't know about this one. I'm a little skeptical about this new Pete's Dragon. Hopefully I'll like it. But if you want to check out a little sneak peek of Pete's Dragon, you can check it out at Hollywood Studios in the One Man's Dream Theater. And Walt Disney World has updated Disney's Hollywood Studios park calendar for July, moving Star Wars, A Galactic Spectacular 15 minutes later to 9:30 instead of 9:15 p.m. In addition, the park has added additional performances of Fantasmic on several days next month as well, which is good news for those who want to catch both shows. Yes, I would definitely want to catch both. I know I've had problems with that in the past, where there's two, like at Disneyland, you have the fireworks like 5 minutes after Fantasmic, and you have to run from Frontierland to Main Street in 5 minutes in the middle of hellish traffic. It is literally like one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life to try to make it to Main Street in time for the fireworks. But you just have to, knock over old ladies and kids and stuff like that. So, yeah, anyway. So definitely it's good that you can catch both Fantasmic and the fireworks. And also, beginning next week at Walt Disney World, those of you foodies out there, guests will be able to purchase a special refillable souvenir popcorn bucket for $10 and enjoy $1.50 refills for the remainder of that day. Not your whole vacation, people, just for that day. They probably, mark it or whatever, I don't know. It is unknown if it's a special summer promotion or it will become a regular offer. So if you're a fan of the Disney popcorn, definitely look into checking that out. All right, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another episode next week. And of course, I'll have another Hitchhiking Host Show 101 up this week as well. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/HitchHostShow. You can like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow on the Twitter at HitchHostShow. And of course, if you want to listen to the show, or you are listening to the show, you can do so on Podbean. It's hitchhostshow.podbean.com. And of course, you can search on iTunes or Stitcher under West Troop or the Hitchhiking Host Show. Until next time, don't forget to...
Hurry back,
for the next episode. See ya.